week 3 of the Artistry course. Week 3 is all about recovering a sense of power. The author even says that you can expect bursts of energy and sharp peaks of anger, joy, and grief. I must be honest, I experienced all of these, but I'm not convinced that it's because of the workshop, but because of my own personal life. I'm really glad that I'm doing this course right now. It just gives me a sense of safety and direction. In the beginning of this week, I worked again on my painting, and sometimes it makes me really sad because I'm working through some emotions, but I'm getting there. And lately I really enjoy painting again, just painting for a few minutes and then get back to everyday life. And if you're wondering right now why I struggle to paint but still want to be an artist, I discovered that I carry a lot of shame and embarrassment around the whole topic of being creative. But I think deep inside of me, I know I want to be an artist, if that makes sense. Sometimes I'm not even able to start something just because my mind is flooded with thoughts like, it's not for me, nobody would care, or it will never be recognized as something special by others. And whenever that happens, I try to give myself some words of affirmation and just telling myself that it's okay to be creative, that it's okay if I am the only one who will like my art. Something I really enjoyed doing as a teenager was to take pictures with an analog camera. I filled up so many photo albums of my family, different animals, or just flowers. Maybe that's a reason too why I feel very nostalgic about it. One of the tasks of this week was to describe your childhood room. Because I grew up with siblings, I didn't have one room. I remember I probably switched my room for like 3 or 4 times. I think I should be even more grateful for my childhood because I had so much toys every child would dream of. I wasn't spoiled or anything. Sometimes we just went to flea markets and I could just find myself a toy I would really like to have. I remember I found this one doll and she had like a crystal heart on her chest and you could push it and then it would light up pink and make sounds. Playing or being creative is something we all did once, I hope, and also a reminder that we are not that different from each other. Task 3 summary of this week was to list 5 childhood accomplishments, and for that you would give yourself a little treat, your favorite childhood food, and for me that's Grießbrei. Because this month was also my birth month, I decided to do a new self-portrait. The last one I did was back in January. Let's talk a little bit more about the book. Sometimes I get incredibly angry, and instead of using this emotion, I just try to push it away and get back to normal as soon as possible. The author says that anger is a fuel. In the book, she says that sometimes we have an idea and discover that it was already done by someone else. We get angry about this, and what the anger is actually trying to tell us is that we should take our ideas seriously enough, treat them well, or else the anger might get even louder. So anger is not the action itself, but it's the invitation to finally start acting. It's not easy to turn these emotions into your motivation. I also often catch myself by self-sabotaging or by procrastinating, so I don't need to be creative. A lot of people already know that social media is not really good for your mental health, and I think I really have an addiction problem with my phone. I know that what I'm going to tell you will sound strict to some people. I'm limiting my screen time, and I'm so strict about it that I bought myself an app blocker, and to reschedule my time limit I have to ask my boyfriend because he's the only one who has access. And honestly, I think it was the best spent money ever. Most of social media is pretty good in keeping you scrolling, and you cannot even be sure if that what you are seeing there is in your interest. So if you're also struggling with your mental health and maybe spend too much time on your phone, I really recommend this. So let's do the check-in of this week together. How many days this week did you do your morning pages? I did 6 out of 7. One day I slept at my parents' house, so I didn't do them in the morning. Did you do your artist date? What did you do? How did it feel? I decided to split the time and I did some photos with my analog camera, and I also did an self-portrait. It felt a little bit rushed because I didn't really took my time, and it also felt forced. Did you experience any synchronicity? I hope I spelled this right. No. Were there any other issues this week that you would consider significant for your recovery? I think I got to let go a little bit of my anger and also resentment. And that's it for this week. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you soon next week.